The tragic death of 8 migrants who were trying to cross the border from Canada to the U.S. has left a deep scar on their relatives, friends, and community in Romania and Canada. The victims belonged to 2 families of Romanian and Indian origins who were seeking a better life in America. Among them were 4 children, aged 1, 2, 4, and 6. The Romanian family, identified as Cristina, Mona Lisa, Zenaida Iordache, Florin Iordache, and their 2 young children, had been living in the Toronto area for about a year. They had come to Canada as visitors and applied for refugee status, but their claim was rejected. They decided to try their luck in the U.S., hoping to find work and a safe place to raise their kids. The Indian family, whose names have not been released by the police, had also come to Canada as visitors and were staying with relatives in Montreal. They had a similar plan to cross the border illegally and seek asylum in the U.S. They had paid a smuggler to take them across the St. Lawrence River on a small boat. The 2 families met on Wednesday night, March 29, 2023, at Cornwall Island, a part of the Mohawk territory of Akwesasne that straddles Quebec, Ontario, and New York State. They boarded a light blue vessel operated by Casey Oakes, a 30-year-old man who was last seen that night and is still missing. The weather conditions were rough and the water was cold. Something went wrong during the crossing and the boat capsized or sank. The bodies of the 8 migrants were found the next day in a marshy area near Akwesasne, another part of Akwesasne. The news of their death shocked and saddened their relatives, friends, and community in Romania and Canada. The Romanian consulate in Montreal expressed its condolences and offered assistance to the bereaved family. The Indian consulate in Toronto did the same for the Indian family. Both consulates are working with the Canadian authorities to repatriate the bodies of their nationals. The relatives and friends of the victims described them as hardworking, loving, and hopeful people who wanted a better future for themselves and their children. They said they were unaware of their plans to cross the border illegally and wished they had stayed in Canada or returned to their home countries. They also blamed the smugglers who exploited their desperation and put their lives at risk. The community in Akwesasne, where the tragedy occurred, also mourned the loss of the migrants.